Well, in 2011, I moved with my husband's career. I had left my career sometime before and was a stay-at-home mom, but the kids were getting into that sweet spot where they really didn't need me a whole lot. They were in elementary school, middle school, and I really didn't want to be bored. We just moved to back to my home state of Alabama, and we were living in the Mobile Bay area. And I really wanted to find something to do that would be meaningful to me. And I didn't want to go back and work in the corporate environment where my time was owned. I wanted to own my own time. And I had heard of franchising. I'm not sure where, but I thought that that would be a great idea for me because I don't have a business background. I did not know how to go about owning my own business, which is what I was interested in doing. My understanding at the time was franchising was going to be something that would train me on how to run my own business. Not sure that was entirely correct, but that's how I got into looking for something. I wanted to have something that I could sell within a short period of time because I knew with my husband's career, we're probably going to be moving again. So I didn't want to have a huge initial investment. Assisted Transition was a brand new franchise. I think I was probably number 10 on the franchisee list. And they were based out of the LA area, Long Beach, California. And so I just dove in, just jumped in. I can't believe I did it. Just like a quick adapter there. It was going okay. The franchise was really struggling, I think, to meet the needs of the franchisees and maybe had oversold how easy it was going to be to operate the franchise, how much startup cost you really were going to need to make it successful. And so even though they had a good model, they really weren't good at getting the franchisees prepared to launch. And they ended up selling to CarePatrol, which that was in 2014. And we had an option of, walking away or doing our own thing or signing on with CarePatrol. And I was convinced that CarePatrol was going to help me grow my business more and decided to go ahead with them. And so that's how I became CarePatrol of Greater Mobile and Northwest Florida. So I guess when it was with assisted transition, we definitely had a lot of autonomy, which wasn't really what I was looking for at the time, but it was okay. I think I still maintain a lot of autonomy now with CarePatrol as well. I don't think there were really any big advantages with assisted transition versus CarePatrol, honestly. It's been nice to have the support of the larger organization, for sure. Yeah, I think probably the biggest learning in that way is that even though a franchise is going to teach you how to operate that business model, they are not going to necessarily teach you the ins and outs of being a business owner, as in just basic accounting practices, what kind of legal support you need, how to manage your investment in terms of budgeting, exactly how much you want to budget for marketing or how much you want to budget for employees. It's up to that individual to kind of come up with their own plan on the business side of things. And I was really expecting to get a lot more guidance on that, which was very naive of me. But it's worked out, and I have learned along the way. But when you start a new business, even if it's a franchise, you have to know how to wear all those hats of the accountant, the attorney, the HR person, all the stuff with the government. My goodness, so much stuff with the government. All the permits you might need, the the tax implications, all your filing for your taxes. There's just a lot to know and a lot to do. Filing for payroll for your employees, there's just so many things. Insurance, liability insurance. Right. Well, I think I mentioned when we were speaking earlier that I'm kind of a unicorn in my business because I am out of territory, which is not typical. We're supposed to be operator owners and inside of our territory. I had to move out because of my husband's job, and the franchise allowed me to do that. It's kind of an exception. So employees are absolutely critical for my business. So I would say, my biggest challenge is in the hiring and mentoring and nurturing and keeping my employees happy and making sure they're trained and making sure they're doing what I want them to do to represent CarePatrol. And I've got a great team working with me. So I feel very fortunate with that. It makes it easier. But, if one of them were to go, it would be a real hardship for me. And I would be starting over from scratch with somebody else. And it's a big investment for employees, for sure. It's everything. I think I'm really fortunate with this because I think my business is actually the kind of business and the kind of work that people are gravitating more towards. It's a high personal reward, high level of independence, work from home kind of job that it's extremely rewarding for my employees when they have those families tell them, thank you so much. You are an angel. You were so important to me. I could not have gotten through this time without you. It's just a huge reward. And it's, I think it's what we all look for in our careers. When it's not just a job, it's a career. You want that satisfaction of knowing that you've helped somebody else. That's been really fortunate. And also, even within the healthcare industry, having the freedom to manage your own time is unique for my employees. You're not having to be at the building at 8 o'clock until 6 o'clock. And if something happens with one of your family members and you need to take off, you've got the discretion to go take care of whatever you need to take care of. Seeing the change in the lives of my employees and seeing how much my employees grow through their work has been really very rewarding for me.